Rock is very ambitious. I love the way we closed out season 1. That last look into the camera kind of let you know what was going to be happening. She's now the queen of the South Side. She's running the operation that she wanted to run.
I'm looking to build, expand. And that means that we gotta keep our shit clean and quiet. Gotta pay attention to the little shit.
So where the shit you clean come from? New York is all spoken for, Jersey, Mac Crowder too?
DC, Baltimore, Norfolk. They have nowhere near the access to product that heads have here, and that's why they're willing to pay multiple on what you get in New York. Not only am I the supplier, but my people handle distribution, catching every piece of the business. I am a one-man monopoly.
We're laying the groundwork to take what we're doing on the South Side and set up anywhere. But we gotta be smart about it. Can't be pulling the trigger on emotion.
White lady cop had all sorts of questions about Kanan.
Insubordination leads to insurrection.
What you gonna do when Kanan sees all your lies and mistakes, huh?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 2, and we're going to be talking about your girl Rock. This is a predictions video for Rock for the final 4 episodes of the show. So down below, I want you guys to give me those predictions for her character and how you see it playing out within her whole storyline. Now you guys make sure you check out my last few videos. I dropped the Kanan predictions yesterday for you guys. I believe his character will get a little bit more darker before the end of the season. And also check out Cartier Dunn's video that I dropped. We gave some predictions for his character as well and what just may happen by the end of the season. But let's talk about the topic of discussion. Your girl Rock, man, she's been on one. You know what I'm saying? She's been on one. Her whole game plan, it worked as far as season 1 coming into season 2. She wanted to take over. She wanted to get Unique out of the picture for a little bit. And, you know, for the time being, it worked. We know Unique is back in the picture. And Rock, she's dealing with him as well as dealing with the Italians. And as of right now, everything is pretty much neutralized. I mean, it could have been a lot of blood shed, but I would say for the most part, Rock has kept everything together for now, right? Now, my prediction, I believe Rock wants to continue to keep things calm. She doesn't want to really make a major move until she knows her next move is solid and that nothing is going to stop it. Now, we know Rock has been talking to Cartier Dunn's about business, and Cartier, he's so eager to impress her. You know, he wants to tell her how he's moving his money, where he's doing it at. I mean, he's telling her, in my opinion, entirely too much information because he's trying to impress her. We talked about this in the Cartier Dunn's video. I already talked to you guys about how Rock uses the information you give her for her own advantage. She did it in season 1 when she was having all these conversations with Tiffany about the history of the apartment, you know, buildings and, you know, how things work back in the day. She uses that for her own advantage. You can tell that she's using it for her own advantage with Cartier Dunn's just by the way she's looking at him. And if Rock is asking him questions, best believe she's going to use whatever he says for her own advantage. Now, that's just my opinion. Now, as far as the whole Cartier Dunn's thing, because I told you guys, Rock, in my opinion, most likely is trying to plot and plan on her next move and, you know, how she's going to actually play it out. She also wants to keep Lulu in check with the whole music thing, right? So expect her to continue to do that, put him in his place and control the board. Now, I believe Cartier Dunn's is dangerous and Rock should know this. So if she does decide to make that move on him, which I believe it could happen, she best to be ready for what's to come. I mean, if Rock was willing to go out to the Italians' territory and do business out there without them even knowing about it, you know what I'm saying? She knew they didn't know about it. She said, look, we can move and do business wherever we want to move. If she was willing to do that and accept those consequences, I'm pretty damn sure she doesn't give a damn about what Cartier Dunn's is all about. Rock is going to move wherever she wants to move. So that's what I'm expecting. That's if Rock wants to move in a similar way that she's done with the Italians. But she should have learned from the Italian situation that you can't just move everywhere. You have to make sure things are good first. You can't just move into other people's spot without doing the groundwork. So will Rock do that groundwork first before she does decide to do this? And now that's if she wants to do it. But as I told you guys, if Rock is asking those questions, most likely she's going to act on it and make her move very, very soon. Now, my predictions for Rock in this whole secret Detective Howard thing, Kanan, this whole storyline is going crazy right now because Kanan knows the truth. Rock continues to lie to him, and I believe she's going to continue to do this throughout the whole season until they finally have another conversation. And this time around, I'm hoping Rock just tell him the truth. I would not be surprised if Rock said, look, I was young, he took advantage of me. Now, I can see Rock doing that just based off all the lies that she continues to tell Kanan, right? But Kanan, he's reading into all of this. He understands that his mom, she lies to him, and she's going to continue to do it as long as she can protect this secret, right? And the last thing that Rock wants out there is this secret of her messing around with Detective Howard and everybody else to find out about it. She doesn't want it to get out, but Detective Burke snooping around, doing what she's been doing, it's going to mess around and get out. So she's definitely going to have to figure out, this whole Detective Burke thing in the future based off the episode 7 trailer. We know Detective Burke will question Stephanie and, she's going to be an issue, right? So we're going to see what Rock's going to do with that. But we know Rock's past will come back. Kanan will really know what went down with Rock, all her moves that she's been making. He's going to really know that she's done this, right? Detective Howard kind of mentioned it at the end of the episode 7 trailer, talking about, what's going to happen when your dirt gets out there, right? When your secrets get out there, then what? What are you going to do then? I got a feeling Kanan's going to find out 100% that his mom just been lying, which he, deep down inside understands and knows, right? But I told you guys, the whole Scrappy thing, that most likely will be brought back up. We talked about this at the very beginning of the season, that Scrappy ain't no damn snitch. His mom was the CI, and once Kanan finds out that Scrappy didn't kill himself because he was already, making those hints at the beginning of the season that Scrappy would never do something like that. Rock kept saying, oh, well, he probably would have. You never know what a person's going through. This typical stuff to, throw Kanan off. But Kanan deep down inside knows, like, man, my mom, she set up the whole D-Wiz thing. And, most likely she probably set up this whole Scrappy thing. And if he finds out, it's going to push him away. Kanan's going to be pissed off. I can see them, feuding to the end of the season. And as I told you guys in my last video about Kanan, I believe he's going to have to make a big decision by the end of the season. And eventually Kanan will be dragged into all this stuff with Unique and the Italians. I honestly believe that's going to happen somehow, some way. I just don't know how it's going to happen. Now, as far as Kanan and Rock and this whole Palomar issue, we talked about last week on how eventually Rock will find out about Palomar. We know this is going to happen. They cannot keep secrets. And I made that video. A lot of you guys were saying, well, Rock can't talk because she was messing around with Detective Howard and she was a young teenage girl, about 16 years old, 17, when she had Kanan or whatever. She was messing around Detective Howard and he was grown, even high post, right? So people, they was coming at Rock. Now, even though Rock did what she did when she was younger, you best believe she don't want Kanan going through the same thing. I know this just based on Rock's moves. And most of my predictions about Rock is based on her previous moves. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want Kanan to be in the drug game, even though she was in the drug game early. And she did all types of bad things. She wanted Kanan just to focus on school, stay out the game, be legit. But no, Kanan wanted to be in it. So, I guess your girl Rock said, you know what? You're going to be in it and I'm going to teach you how to do it. But we know Rock did not want Kanan to be a part of this at all. And she fought for it, but it's only so much you can do when you got Kanan, who's about to be a grown man, deciding that he really wants to be in it. So Rock said, you know what? I guess you win it. I'm going to teach you how to do it the right way. Now, when it comes to Palomar, I'm telling you right now, Rock going to be pissed off. She's going to be pissed off about this. And I got a feeling she's going to have to handle this. In Palomar, if I was her, I would go ahead and leave Kanan alone. But based on how she's been moving, it seems like she's ready. And we're talking about R. Kelly style. That girl is going to be a problem. And if she continues to do what she's been doing, Rock's going to be a problem for her. Now, my final prediction for Rock is this. We know what she's going to have to do by the end of the season. Of course, she wants to protect her little secret and deal with Detective Howard and all that stuff. But we know she has some major issues with Unique. Because Unique, he's been plotting and planning. He got his boy Real back on his side. And he got the Italians on his side as well. Rock knows she has to get rid of him. She has to make sure he does not make another move on her, which we all know he's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? He's just waiting for that perfect opportunity. He's built himself back up. He's got it in a position where he can make some moves and he can continue to build, especially having that connect with the Italians. Rock is in a hard spot because she can't really make a move on him right now, seeing that he has that connection with the Italians and they're not really willing to do business with her unless Unique is a part of all this business, right? So Rock most likely is thinking of that next strategy that she can use to get rid of him. But as I told y'all, Rock has to learn from her past, and most likely she's going to do that groundwork. And when she does make a move, she's going to make sure she can eliminate Unique as well as neutralize the Italians. And also Rock has to make sure she keeps Joaquin happy, her plug. You know what I'm saying? She has to keep that plug happy, and she has to make sure she does not bring any issues his way. That was one of the major things that they talked about in season 1. He didn't really want no issues with Rock if he was going to be doing business with her. So her having issues with the Italians, Unique, is something that he is not trying to deal with, as well as her creating, future issues with Cartier Duns. That's if she wants to sidestep him and do her own thing in the areas that he talked about, which, as I told you guys, was a major mistake in my opinion. But we're going to see how it's all going to play out. But you guys, leave your theories, predictions, leave it all down below. Y'all let me know exactly what y'all think is going to happen for Rock's character for the remainder of the season. I can't wait to see it. I got a feeling it's going to be a very explosive one. And we're going to find out if Rock will be victorious, right? Because in season 1, she was willing to sacrifice a lot of different things, even her son, to get that victory. At the end of season 2, we're going to see if Rock is going to have some similar results. And this time around, it's a little bit more risky. She has a lot more on her plate. And we know she has a lot of people coming for her. So we're going to see what's going to happen for her character. But you guys, let me know. Leave your theories, predictions. Leave it all down below. We will continue to talk about Power Book 3 Racing Kanan this week. So stay tuned for the videos. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support. And I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.